नमस्ते प्रणाम गीता ध्यान ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्तधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. And our reading from this 10th Adhyaya, the Vibhuti Yoga of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and Sri Krishna is quite elaborately enlisting all the things in this creation which are the manifestations of the great divine Lord. All the things he has explained. That this thing in this group, the best among this group, is know for sure that is me. I am in that, among the gods, among the celestial beings, among everything that is there in the creation. And he has given these prominent examples. He has taken up the prominent classes and the best in each class, which is prominent. He has told us about as the divine manifestation. The 35th Shloka that we read, Sri Krishna told us that I am the Bruhat Sama among the Sama hymns. Bruhat Sama tatha Samnam Gayatri Chandasamaham Masanam Margashirshoham Rutunam Kusumakaraha. I am the Bruhat Sama portion of the Samaveda. Samaveda itself is beautiful, so dear to our ears to listen to. But among that Samaveda, again, I am the Bruhat Sama hymns, which are set to most musical notes. Then, among the Chanda, among the meters, among that typical way of of constructing a poetry, I am the Gayatri Chanda. Then, Masanam Margashirshoham. Among the months, among the Indian months, I am that Margashirsha, which coincides with December, January. Why? Because that is the month when the gods start waking up from their 6-monthly sleep. And it is the start of the Uttarayan. And it is the start of the Brahma Muhurtam, for that matter, for the gods. So worshipping gods and paying our obeisance to gods in this month is considered to be most auspicious. So therefore, among the months, I am Margashirsha. And then talking about the seasons, talking about the Rutus, which Rutu can be best among the Rutus where the flowers start blooming, the vegetation starts blooming. The Vasanta Rutu, the Kusumakaraha, where the flowery season starts. So in 35th Shloka that we read, he had given these 4 as examples of the divine manifestation. 4 more examples of divine manifestation. Now in the 36th Shloka that we are going to read, he is giving some contrasting examples also. It is not only the goodies Krishna is talking about. Krishna also tells us that among the corrupt, I am also this. So what is that? Let us see. Dyūtaṁ chhalayatām asmi tejasvinām aham jayo vyavasāyo sattvaṁ sattvavatām aham sattvavatām aham. Now, dyūtaṁ chhalayatām asmi. Chhalayatām is the fraudulent practices. Even Sri Krishna has not left the divine manifestation among these negative traits. Among the fraudulent practices, Sri Krishna says, I am dyūtaṁ, the game of dice which is played with all the cheating, with all the malpractices, with all the wrong practices. Dyūtaṁ. Remember what this Dyūta has done for the Pandavas. That corrupt and cheat Shakuni, the maternal uncle of Kauravas, who was master in cheating, he saw to it, he invited the Pandavas to play that game of dice, the Dyūta, and Pandavas lost everything because of the cheating imposed by Shakuni. He had those tricks. The dice that he used to throw, they were governed by his mental orders. He was a great cheat for that matter. And in the process, Pandavas, they lost everything that they possessed, to the extent that ultimately they also had to put their wife Draupadi on to the game of dice, which also they lost. It was only because of Krishna's benevolence. It was only of Draupadi's devotion to Krishna. It was only because of the devotion of Pandavas to Krishna. Draupadi was saved from getting humiliated in that court at the time of this Dyūta. So Sri Krishna says, even among the fraudulent practices that are followed, I am Dyūta. Because there can be nothing worse than Dyūta for that matter. And even Sri Krishna says that is divine manifestation. So even the cheaters, they also use their intelligence, isn't it? Cheaters also use their intelligence for their personal gains, maybe wrongly. But that intelligence, again, it is part of the cosmic intelligence. It is part of the cosmic intelligence, and therefore Sri Krishna says even that cheating in the game of among the cheating practices were mostly during those days. Dyūta was considered to be the most corrupt game of dice. Most corrupt. People used to cheat left, right and center for gaining their personal wins. So Sri Krishna says, among the fraudulent practices being followed, among the corrupt practices being followed, I am dyūtaṁ. I am that game of dice. Remember, Arjuna, what condition you people have got into because of that game of dice, because of that corrupt and cheating ways that Shakuni had employed while playing that game of dice. So I am there also. Then tejasvinām aham. I am the splendor of the splendid things. I am tejas. While on the one side Sri Krishna says, yes, I am the Dyūta. I am this most fraudulent game that is being played. Most fraudulent way of using the intelligence. In all the fraudulent activities, I am that. But leaving aside, among the good things also, now Sri Krishna says, I am the tejas of the tejasvinām. I am the splendor of all those splendid deeds, of all those splendid beings. I am that tejas. I am that splendor. Then jayo, vyavasāyo. Vyavasāyo, doing anything good with good intention of producing something. That is vyavasāyo. In today's terminology, we call business as the vyavasāyo. Now, if business done with good intent, among such businesses, Sri Krishna says, jayo, the victory, the success in such business practices, the success in such endeavors, I am that success. If a business fails, fine. But success in all the good businesses, success, victory in all the benevolent endeavors. Sri Krishna says that success is the divine manifestation of mine. And finally, sattvaṁ sattvavatām aham. sattvavatām, all those goodness of the good I am. Sattvaṁ. Sattvaṁ is the sattva of the sattvikas. Not this sattvic. The sattva of the sattvikas I am. That sattva quality. Sattva quality is among the three qualities, sattva, rajas, tamas. Sattva is considered to be the purest and the best among all the three, which actually takes us on the spiritual path, which takes us toward liberation. But still, even sattva also can't make us reach the liberation. It can only make us take the path to reach the liberation, to attain moksha. But if we have to attain moksha, ultimately we have to also give up that sattva. So, among the goodness, sattvavatām, I am sattva. I am that ultimate purity. I am that ultimate good. I am that ultimate positivity among all the good things. So that is Sri Krishna's further in enlisting the different things in this creation which are divine manifestations. Robbery, forgery, fixing undue price on things, passing imitation articles as genuine. These are all the fraudulent techniques which are employed by the wrong people. These are all the fraudulent activities. They are the fraudulent acts. Now, gambling also comes in this particular category of fraudulent way of winning. Fraudulent way of winning that game of dice. That is the real skill of the dice gamers. Now, betting, for example, on horses, it is legal for that matter. But some bettings, like betting in IPL, that is not legal. But we can bet on horses. That is a legal thing. That is a different matter. But all the illegal betting, that is looked upon as the fraudulent activity. Now, gambling with dice was approved during Mahabharata as legal activity. Legal, way of challenge, throwing a challenge. Come, play a dice game with me. If I lose, I will give you this. That used to be the standard methodology used during those days. And people who were corrupt, people who were cheats, they used to make use of this game of dice for their own benefits through unscrupulous ways. Deceptions other than the approved gambling cannot be openly practiced. In an open assembly, Pandavas and Kauravas gambled with dice in which they staked their empire and everything else, and Pandavas lost everything because of the fraudulent practices, because of the unscrupulous ways of throwing the dice that Shakuni employed. So even under such circumstances, Sri Krishna says, yes, even among all the fraudulent things, I am the worst of the frauds that can happen. That is the game of dice played with the intention of cheating. And I am that. Sri Krishna says, yes. Because even there, the cheater, when he uses that methodology of cheating, it has some kind of intelligence behind it. And that intelligence, even that negative intelligence for that matter, is part of the cosmic intelligence. Because cosmic intelligence per se, it doesn't know that this is to be done for right thing, this is to be done for wrong thing. Intelligence is intelligence. Now supposing there is a lamp under which one forger is doing some forgery over a check. A check worth 100 rupees. This fellow, he is putting a figure of 100,000 and 100,000 on that, and then you using that fraudulent ways. Now, does the lamp, does that light have got any role to play in the forgery? Nothing. The light, the lamp, that is as uninvolved in this act of forgery as anything else. Only the intent of the forger is what is making that forgery. So the overall, the cosmic intelligence for that matter, it doesn't see whether that intelligence is applied for doing good to people or for doing, it is used in an unscrupulous or in a evil way or in a wretched way. cosmic intelligence remains cosmic intelligence. The things done wrong using that cosmic intelligence, that cosmic intelligence has got nothing to do with it. That lamp has got nothing to do with it. If some forger does a forgery over a check in the light of that lamp, his intelligence also gets its light from the cosmic intelligence. So cheater's intelligence also gets its light from the cosmic intelligence. So Sri Krishna says, this is how I also become a manifestation in such kind of a cheating methodology. We can't help it. Tejas. Tejas is the original word for splendor, that greatness. The brightness that is evident on the physic as a result of excellent health, self-control and continence is called as tejas. We come across several holy men. The moment we see them, we are inspired by their teja. They have got a halo. They have got something in them. We say, I am not able to make out what is that. But the moment I see this person, the moment I see this monk or the moment I see this nun, I get tremendous peace. That splendor, that teja of the tejasvis. Sri Krishna says, I am that teja of the tejasvi. Then jayosmi of the vyavasāyos. Vyavasāya is an effort to execute the good and useful undertaking with all perseverance. Meticulously, with all good intent, when someone takes up an endeavor, when gets into an act of doing good to somebody, for the cause of good, providing good to somebody, it leads to noble and great achievements. When it is done with a pure heart, no endeavor can fail when it is done with a pure heart. And when it finds its success, so Sri Krishna says, such vyavasāya, such endeavors, such activities which are done with the good intent, whenever they find success, whenever they see the victory in those endeavors, that victory, that success is represented by, is my representation. It is my manifestation. It is effort again that takes man to the presence of God. Only good effort with good intent, that is the vyavasāya. And any success in it, that becomes manifestation of the Divine Lord. Jayosmi, vyavasāyosmi. Sattva. When finally he said sattvaṁ, sattvavatām aham. Among the sattvavatām, I am the sattvaṁ. Sattvaṁ is the spoken of as good. All the good, all the things pure is sattva. Though all the three gunas are constituents of this prakriti, sattva alone among them takes one God word. And on that sattva, there is a beautiful story which was mentioned, which Sri Ramakrishna used to tell to his devotees. How these three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, sattva is all good intention. So he used to tell a story of a businessman who had gone to the town, and he was returning to his village after doing business and after selling his things, a lot of money in his gathadi. And as he was walking across, there was a jungle. Three dacoits, they saw this gentleman coming and said, oh, now is the opportunity. This fellow is coming. He has done his business in the town. Now he is going back to his village. Now let us rob him of all the earnings that he has had for the day. So what happened? The first robber, he said, come on, let us kill him and snatch away whatever he has. Second robber says, no, why we should kill? We are interested only in whatever he has got with him, isn't it? We'll do one thing. Instead of killing, we will bind him. We'll tie him with the rope and collect his things and take our way. Let him, somebody, so after some time, he may get released himself or whatever, or maybe some wild animal will come and eat him. Why we should worry about killing him? we will just bind him, tie him and take whatever he has with us. So all these three, they start tying up this man. And he's telling, why do you take whatever you want? You take whatever I have got. Just leave me. Then these people are not at all listening to him. So they tied him and threw him aside. Now the third person, third robber, he had some kind of soft heart. He thought, as they were going after robbing the person, he thought, okay, why we should not do this thing to this man. After all, he's not our enemy. We have taken what we have taken. So at least let me free him. And the third robber, he goes to this man. He frees him, unties him, and he says, come, you know the way out of this jungle? Now the man in that night, he says, no, I have lost the way now. I can't find my way to my place. So the third robber says, come, let me take you, let me show you the way. Then the third robber takes him to the main road and he says, now we have come to the main road. There is your house. You can go and comfortably be with your people. Reach your place. Now this fellow says, my dear friend, you have done such a good, you are such a good-hearted man. You have untied me. You have brought me to the road. You have shown me the path to the to my home. Please come with me. Have some cup of tea. We will have some good food. This fellow says, no. The moment I come with you to your place, you will inform police and police will catch me and I don't want to go behind bars. So, this third fellow, he just leaves this person on the main road, showing him the way. There it is. You go. Now Sri Ramakrishna says, of the three robbers, the first robber who intends to kill this person and rob him, he is the tamas guna, tamo guna. He knows nothing but killing and all wrong things. But the one who came to the solution of, okay, we will tie him and rob him. There is some kind of activity involved. May not be lethal, but still robbing the person. Tying him, robbing him, that is rajas. And the third good-hearted robber who went and untied the person and took him along the path in that jungle and took him on the main road and told, look, that is your house. Now you can comfortably go there. Goodbye. You go your way. I will go my way. And he refused to go with this fellow to the house because he knew the moment he goes with him, this fellow will make this person, he will call the police and police will arrest him. So Sri Ramakrishna says the third robber is like a sattva guna. Sattva guna can make us show the path. Sattva guna can lead us to the God. But even while reaching the Godhood, while reaching the place of God, even that sattva guna has to be abandoned. No three gunas are going to make us get our liberation. Going to our home, we have to go alone, devoid of any of these three gunas. Although sattva is the best among the lot. So Sri Krishna has said here, among the sattvavatām, among all those good intent people, among all those pure and pious attitudes, I am the sattva guna. I am that most holiest of the holy, the pious and the best among the three qualities in this creation. So that was Sri Krishna's teaching to us in the 36th shloka of the Vibhuti Yoga. Additional 4 manifestations that we have heard. The dyūtaṁ, game of dice, among the fraudulent practices. The splendor of the splendid. Then the victory, the success of the great endeavors. And the goodness, purity, piety among the sattvavatām, among the holders of this sattva guna. I am that purity, I am that goodness, I am that holiness. So that is 36th shloka of the Vibhuti Yoga. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। जय श्री रामकृष्ण, जय ठाकुर, जय मां, जय स्वामी जी।